All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get stuck right in here. So I was not expecting these bits to come today or yesterday. They weren't supposed to show up till Monday. And the other thing is, I'm feeling a little under the weather. So today's stream may not. Goodbye. I just dropped a screw, but it wasn't an actual knurly, so I don't really care that much. I'll get it at some point. Or I'll vacuum it up and it'll make a horrible noise, and I'll go, "Oh God, what was that?" Which is always a fun time. Okay. So, yeah, I'm feeling a little under the weather, to be completely honest. So, hey, Jason. So our first thing is the ensemble oscillator. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're going to put this in the other rack. I always wondered, this thing's got an expansion port. It's got another 8-pin port on it for something. I wonder if that's like a diagnostic thing, if that's an expansion. Is that bent pins? Pins are definitely bent. Yeah, I don't know, man. The ensemble oscillator and we just never really saw eye to eye. I never really got the like blatant worship of that thing. Like people just wigged out and like, holy shite. And I'm like, I just don't see it. Now I think here is the play. I think this is the play. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull rings and put it where clouds is now, right? And then take out clouds, because I never use it ever, and I really just don't jive with it much either. I actually have two of these now. I have a full size one too, so I feel like I need to start putting some modules on the market. Hey Nick, thanks for coming, gents. Always happy to see y'all. Oh, power cord is either way. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna put rings back here. What's replacing it is the Demon Core Oscillator, which is a 16 voice. It's the other one that Supercritical Synthesizers makes. They've got two modules, and then they've got a standalone synth. The standalone synth I was looking at, it's like $1,200 for a 6-voice analog emulation, but it looks interesting, and I'm sure it is interesting because those guys they were big brained, you know.
Goodbye, little power cable. Goodbye. Goodbye forever.
Yeah, I found a deal. I got this used along with the expander, for less than the price of just the oscillator itself. So, kind of happy with that. And dude shipped it out on Thursday, and it got here Saturday. So, okay. Is there it is. I was like, dude, there better be an expansion cable in here too, otherwise we're gonna have to get upset. Because it's not your typical expansion cable. Like, if you look at this, this is a, wow, it's a really, really tiny, look at the pin sets on those. The pins on this are just, that is like a, I don't even know what that is. It's really darn small, that's what it is. And me without reading glasses here, which makes me sad. Okay, can we zoom in? What is there? What is that? Expander connector. I'm guessing it only goes one way. I guess. I guess we'll find out, is what I'll guess. Okay. I mean, it should. It should just chonk right in there, you know? Oh, but it's the other direction. Why would you... Dude, seriously. Oh, just flip the cable. Flip the cable, then it goes in the correct way. Ah, that was a satisfying seat. That was good. It went chunk, just right in. So the expander gives you MIDI, TRS MIDI in, and it gives you volt per octave ins on all of the stuff. And I believe it also has a built-in VCA, so it turns it into, you know, basically a full synth voice without any kind of struggle, which is nice. This might not take up all of this space. I don't think it will. Oh, see, I've got 4 HP left over right there. And then I've got 2 here and 2 here. So there's actually 8 total spare space. Hey, XCOM. And everybody. Crickets, what's going on? What's happening? Pardon my shirt's rubbing against the microphone, but it can't be helped right now. Yeah, I just kind of feel like shit. And it's really unfortunate, but I'm like, I gotta do something. I need to, you know, I need to get this oscillator in. I want to try it out. I'm not gonna let it sit in a box for another day. What kind of a modular person would I be? That a terrible one, that's what. Or one with a great deal of self-discipline. Neither of which are me. My only disappointment with this, and I guess I'm a little surprised, but not really, is that it is not stereo. So, nature abhors a vacuum. So true. Very true. Yeah. Well, yeah, my problem is I have like spare modules laying around, and I'm like, I could easily be getting some money for those and using them for other things, like the rest of my setup here, like a new PC, like all kinds of different things, you know? Probably just buy more modules. Yeah, there's not a lot of space for them. The other thing I was thinking about in terms of a sub out and a sacrifice would be taking out this Behringer sequencer and putting in a qubit bloom. I've considered that for quite a while. So, you know, maybe. Can I take a decent picture this close? Yeah, sort of, yeah. There we go. I realized I haven't had a decent picture of my rack in like a year. When I still had the subharmonicon up here was the last time I took a picture. I'm like, okay, that's stupid. I really should take another one with all the lights on. All right, no smoke, no fire, no explosions. It's usually a good thing. Unless you're a pyrotechnician, in which case you screwed something up. All right. Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Like it's similar to the Behringer in that it's sort of like a basic, 8-step sequencer, but not, and multiple tracks. It's, it does the generative stuff, which for me seems like that would be a perfect fit, because I'm all about that there generative stuffs, So, okay. Well, naturally, we're going to hook this thing up to the neutron filter. Because, duh. It's designed for it. Literally, one into the other. And we'll see what we got going so far. Watch, all it does is it makes like clicking noises. And then every once in a while it screams. That's all it does. We don't know how it does that. It just does. It's a feature. It's not a bug. All right. Where we at? Where we got? Yoink, yoink, yoink. We got nothing. We got absolutely nothing. Why we got nothing? We're on. Thing is on. Everything is good. Master's up. We should be good. What happens if I just do something stupid like this and all the res? So we got sound. Okay. We just don't have sound from this. That seems like a problem. Stream. There we go. Okay, so you set the mode to either stream or gated. You can do pulse, you can do saw, we can bump up the number of voices. Here's one, obviously. All right. Now, one doesn't really give you much. So once we start adding more voices, then we can do some stuff like spread. So here's 2, here's 3, 4. Here's 8. So interesting, there's two controls here. One is the spread control, which is sort of like a finite detune. And then the other one is called the core stability, right? And core stability looks to be a more of a drift generator sort of thing. So it's like if I turn down the spread on 8 voices, but then we turn up core stability, and here it starts shimmering kind of irregularly. Which is sort of cool. Alright, let's get it at least a volt per octave and maybe an envelope and a thing going. And then we could go all the way up to 12 oscillators, 16. Now, what I'm curious about is what do we do with a trigger if we decide to do it like this and we put a trigger in, gate trigger out. Does it work with a trigger, or does it only work with MIDI? I have a feeling it only works with MIDI. So it really is kind of designed to put a TRS, MIDI in. So there's stability, there's sync in it. Also we can turn this into a pulse. And what's cool is then you can actually change the pulse width with the spread. But again, now what would be interesting is if we took this here volt per octave, right, and we doubled it, and we put that there signal into here, and then we went -1 octave, and we put that into one of the other volt per octave ins. Oh, that's FM. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Doesn't work like the chainsaw. That's unfortunate. With no spread. Okay, now, this is all well and good, but the real joy of this, in theory, is going to be using chords. Using chords over a TRS cable directly from the vector. So that's what I'm going to try. Okay. So we're going to take MIDI out number 1. Okay, and let's put this on part number 8. Okay, and then what I have to go is go through and look at I have to dismantle this stuff a little bit. Okay. So what I have to do is go through into the vector and change this part to a chord part. And how do we do that? Part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mono. Okay. Chord. There it is. So now all right, we'll leave it at C minor. Is that still the way it's supposed to be here? Part 8, light blue, blue, length 16, type. What does that say? Shift clear. Shift but plus clear to execute. Okay. Where is clear? clear is... Jesus Christ, I can't see anything. It's insane. Oh, okay. It's just that. So shift clear to execute. Reformat part. Boom. All right. There we go. We got chords now. Okay. So if we put, let's say, put some gates on here, we'll make it 8 long. What happens if we just hit go and see what happens? Nothing. Oh, wait. Nothing happens. Oh, you know why? Because I never selected an output for this part. Part CV out 1, 2. Okay. MIDI out 1. We're gonna do part 8. But I don't want channel 10, that is for sure. Maybe I should just swap it into MIDI output too, because I've got MIDI part 1 is already set up for my drum machine, so that's probably a good idea. Just turn that off completely. Route MIDI out to part 8, channel 1, and I got nothing. Nothing. It looks like it's receiving. Okay. Gate and trigger. It has gates and triggers, which is nice. So we could take the gate and put that straight into an envelope. And then kind of do the same sort of thing that I had before. Okay, but where are my notes? I'll be completely honest. No, I just assumed that the Demon Core was probably default to channel 1, and that seems like that's the case. Okay, so here's the question. How do I do chords on the Vector? I never have before. Let's find out, shall we? Vector. Wait, I think I have it downloaded. I need to have that downloaded somewhere. I must. Of course not. Vector sequencer manual. Boom, there it is. Okay. Let's talk about chords. I believe it does. Yeah, Nick. I think it can do pretty much anything. I think. Control F. Chords. Wait. What did I see? I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. Where's it at? Where's it at? Pitch. Chord. Chord bass part sets the output chord. Oh, okay. Okay. Is that all? I think that might be it. That might be all it takes. So you basically click back into where? Chord. Gate. Groove. No. Velocity. CC. Where's glide? Pitch. It should be there. It's not there. It's not there. Why is it not there? That's freaking weird. Let's find out. Let's find the actual chord section. Chord parts. Just like a monoport except for the pitch page. Here chord parts display a bass note for each step and either a single superscript indicator for the type of built-in chord or 3 semitone offsets for a custom chord. Small vertical gray cursor, use encoder 9 to move the cursor. Okay. Push encoder 9 to switch to selection mode to edit all steps at once. Okay, I kind of knew that, yeah. Okay, but that's working at least. Bass note is always the lowest note of the chord. Unison, to edit the chord type, turn encoder 9 to move the cursor to the right of the bass note. Huh? And turn an encoder. Ah. So if we want a minor, then that's not working right. That's just not working right. It's not working correctly. These chords progress all dyads up to an octave represented by semitone values followed by triads. Okay, so actually that would be a better thing to do. Be to turn this into minor and then like F and then like a G minor would be kind of cool. Or let's go major just to make it different. Okay, so it's not receiving polyphonic MIDI, it seems like. Okay, I'm going to see if there's anything on the expander that says like, hey, do the thing. MIDI in, MIDI through, okay. Gate trigger out mode button. Changes stream, output, and gated MIDI gated modes. Okay. In gated mode, every polyphonic mode can be played as a virtual VCA. Yeah, we got that. Okay. FM 1 volt. Oh, well maybe this is the key here. Then I need to put this into the regular volt per octave. No, that doesn't work. Okay, that doesn't work. Transposes the whole module even if it's played via MIDI. Okay, that's cool. I have a feeling it's coming from the vector that something is weird. No. Okay. To set up a MIDI output for a chord part. Okay, in the routing page. You know, that might be the case. I may have part 8 just simply set to like an output that's different or something. I don't know. Program change in. No. Miscellaneous. Okay, parts name, CV out 1 and 2. 5, 6. Or do I need like 3 notes? Nope. Let's see, that's all on channel. Okay, shift twist for channel. What if we put these on channel 1, 2, and 3? Do you think that would work? Negative. That's annoying. Why? Why are you being a dick? USB to host, USB, okay. I'm very baffled. I'm very baffled. Um, base note is always lit. To edit the chord type, turn the encoder 9 to move the cursor to the right of the base note. Turn an encoder to pick chords. Okay. You want to make a custom chord, which allows much greater flexibility. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Oh. To set up CVs for a chord part, navigate to the third page of globals, press the global button the next twice to the page titled Route, which is where I was. Okay, Route. And then we need to set up voices. I think. Oh no, never mind. MIDI outputs on the routing page. Turn any quarter. It feels like that's already set up and ready to go. I don't get it. A little baffled. Um. Yeah, that's the only. There's like one page in the manual for Accords, and it just like doesn't seem like it's working at all. Hmm. I'll bite. Oh, okay. Is that under control? Yeah, it is. MIDI. Spread channel on. Yeah, I'm on it. I mean, I can try the different four MIDI channels. I can try it, and just nothing happens. It's still exactly the same. Hmm. Yeah. It's not. That's not doing the thing. That's not doing the trick. Um. Yeah. So it's getting MIDI. It's getting the information. I don't know if it's putting out all of the voices for this. I don't know. I can't tell. Um. Is it a channel thing? Is it? I wouldn't think so. I would think that this would just be sort of like Omni because it only has one MIDI in, right? So it should just be give it anything. Um, Automatically senses the signal polarity, blah 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 blah, and that's all it says. It doesn't say anything about channel. Doesn't say anything about anything. Mode button changes between stream, output, gated mode, blah blah blah. I already got that. That's not. That's got nothing to do with it. Um. Yeah, but like that doesn't matter unless I'm using the through. You know, you set the jumpers for the MIDI through, and I'm not using the MIDI through at all. Okay, function plus wave plus mode enters MIDI setup mode. The next played note determines the MIDI channel. Okay, functions plus wave. Plus mode. Okay, and if I just hit, it should be set to channel 1, I would think. So okay, I'm going to try setting these all back to channel 1 so that all of the parts can actually come out of the same channel. And nothing. See, all it's getting is the single voice, is a mono voice. It's it. It's not transmitting polyphonic at all, it seems like. And I'm a little baffled by this. I don't get it. Something is just not, it's just not connecting. God damn it. Yeah, I mean, I would think if it's receiving anything at all, which it clearly is, then it should be working. Want to make a custom chord, blah, 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 blah. Parts 5 through 8 can be formatted as 4 voice, chord, and drum parts. Global next, turn encoder 1. You know what? I want to just double check that. Okay, colors, types, chords. Yeah, it's there. It exists. Mono chord drum. Okay, it's fine. It's the thing. Hey, Terror. Not an exciting stream today. Having some troubleshooting issues here. It's not working the way I thought it was going to work. I guess the next try would be to like use an actual MIDI cable. You know, like I don't know. Seems like one might have to attempt that. Which is fine. I mean, I have it. I literally have it wired up like right here. It's hooked up to my whatchamajigger. My drum brute. Okay. I've got the adapters. I've got all of the things. So let's try this. This is through a MIDI cable. And it's exactly the same. MIDI, spread channel, velocity. Spread channel maybe should be off. I mean, I don't know. And suddenly it's so what's interesting is it's actually transmitting the highest note of the chords that I have going into it. It's not transmitting the root, it's transmitting the highest note. I feel like it's trying. It's like it's trying to do something and it's not succeeding. Yeah, I already did that. I did that. It's changed. This is minor, minor, and a major chord for the third one. But you can hear it. It's like playing a G, C, D, and this is a C minor chord, F minor chord, and a G major chord. So I should be hearing, at the very least, I should be hearing the root note, but I'm not. Once I turned off that MIDI spread, suddenly I'm getting the top note only. Spread channel on. Now I'm getting the root. Okay, so if I change the channel, it shuts off. And now I got nothing because everything exploded. And now there's nothing. What the fuck? What are you doing? Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to power down that whole section of the rack. Because it seems like it's very confused right now. It's very baffled. All right. Now it's doing the root note. Okay. Okay. Just nothing after nothing. Trying everything and nothing. MIDI is obviously working with the other style. It's doing the exact same thing. There's no difference between just doing a TRS cable in and a full actual MIDI cable. So, you know, the fuck. All right, one more thing that I'm going to try. I'm going to use the actual direct MIDI out here on the jack expander chunk, which means we're going to have to set up all of these parts again. Color type, CV outs 1 and 2, yada yada yada. J expander trigs, MIDI out 1, 2, USB B, USB A, J expander MIDI. Okay, that. Channel 1, part 8. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. If that's the case, then I need to go back to the other outputs, this guy, and turn off these. Okay, it's still doing the exact same thing. It's just doing the exact same thing. It's either not receiving chords or it's not transmitting chords or something. I don't know which. It's hard to tell. I'm going to have to run further tests because this is obviously not doing the trick here. Going from one blind operation that I've never done to another blind operation that I've never used before is not a great way to do business on this, you know. As far as I can tell, everything here looks like it's set and ready to go. And it's just not, something not right. Yeah, I do, of course. I don't think I'm going to hook it up today, though. I think I'm going to save that for like sometime in the future. I need to try this out again, of course, and try to get it working. Like I said, I'm feeling really terrible today, so I'm probably going to call the stream right here. But at least the Demon Core is in. It exists. I'd say it's working, but I mean, it is, but not with what I was hoping to use it for specifically, which sort of sucks. So now I have a giant oscillator that's lots and lots of sawtooths or squares, and that's about it. Sigh! But yeah, there must be a solution. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to try again probably tomorrow. It sort of depends. This is a heck of a week for work stuff, so I don't know if I'm going to do anything midweek or whatever. I have 2 switches on my case, one for the top stuff and one for the bottom and the 1 euro. So two switches, 2 power adapters, actually. Yeah, I hope I figure it out, but thanks for accompanying me in my annoyance session. Sometimes you have days like this. It's very true. And anybody that's dealt with any technology, computers, anything like that, you know what it's like. You know how it is. There are days that just plain suck and don't work. So I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to do some video watching tonight, see if I can't discover something. And yeah, anyways, I'll talk to you all soon. Yeah, and have yourselves a good week and stuff too, folks.